and welcome to the ASRS Basics for Employer presentation. My name is Michael McCarthy. I am Employer Liaison with the Arizona State Retirement System. This presentation is designed for those employers that are fairly new and they want to learn more about the different roles and processes as it relates to the Arizona State Retirement System. Along with this, as you learn the different roles on this particular presentation, we want to reference that there is a manual on our website. It's an employer manual. The way you would access the employer manual is you go to the home webpage at asrs.gov. You'll see tabs towards the top of the webpage. Around the middle, you'll see a tab that says Employers. You'll hover over that. There'll be a drop-down menu, and you'll see a link that says Employer Reference Material. You'll click on that link, which will take you to another page, and on that page, you will see a link to the Employer Manual. Now, the Employer Manual is over 100 pages, so most people, we recommend you just download that to your desktop. You don't necessarily need to print all that off, but it'll be a great resource for all the different functions that you may be processing as you work with the Arizona State Retirement System. There's also a booklet for this particular presentation that will be available on the website. So as you watch this video, you will also be able to download the booklet or have it as a reference on your screen as you go through the presentation. So let's go ahead and get started. The topics I'll be covering today is an overview of the Arizona State Retirement System. I'll be talking about benefits you have as a member. I'll be discussing the eligibility for membership. When does somebody join the Arizona State Retirement System? Then I'll be discussing compensation. What is compensation for purposes for the Arizona State Retirement System? Then I'll discuss what's called Employer Termination Incentive Program, or TIP. I'll review a little bit about contribution reporting for those in the payroll department that remit contributions to the retirement system. Then I'll discuss the Service Purchase Program and how it relates to the employer. Then I'll discuss a little bit about the retirement process, the function, and or if a member elects to refund instead of going to retirement later on. Then after that, I'll discuss return to work processes for retirees, and then we'll close it with the information about our contact information. So a little history about the ASRS. And you'll see on the line there, Employer Manual. This references the different sections within the Employer Manual. So we're going to discuss Chapter 2 now. The retirement system was founded in July 1st of 1953. This particular type of plan is a pension plan, a defined benefit, which we'll talk about a little bit more here shortly, and it's to cover state employees, counties, all 15, municipalities, school districts, universities, community colleges, and political subdivisions like fire districts, water districts, and schools, charter schools. What is the retirement system? Again, it's a defined benefit plan. It's governed by state statutes and administrative code. It's managed by a board. There's a 9-member board. Each member is appointed by the governor and approved by the Senate. The board members then hire a director. Our current director is Paul Matson, and he oversees the management of the Arizona State Retirement System. To give you a better understanding of the difference between the defined benefit plan and some other type of plans you may be familiar with out there in the private sector, such as a 401k, let's look at this explanation. On the left-hand side, you'll see the defined benefit plan. It's based on a formula. It's guaranteed for a lifetime. And generally speaking, after all the years you've put in and the retirement benefit you're going to receive from the Arizona State Retirement System, it generally only takes 5 to 7 years to get back all the money you've paid in and the employer's paid in plus interest. Whereas on the right-hand side, the defined contribution plan, which would be maybe a 401k, a 457 plan, or 403b plan, those you may be familiar with, it's based on the total account balance. Once you're at a place where you can retire and start drawing on that, once your balance goes to zero, you'll have no more money at that time. How do we run the retirement system? Well, we run it by having contributions come in from employees. The employer has to match those contributions, and the monies are invested in a variety of different areas. We have it in equity stocks, real estate, from private equities, and we get dividends and interest from that investment income. If you're ever curious about how we invest the monies, when you go to our website, again at ASRS.gov, there's a section towards the bottom that refers or references investment. You can click on those links, and it gives you a variety of areas and pages that talk about where we invest the monies. It's all public information. The money, how does it go out? Benefit payments, the pension, survivor benefits, and there's also administrative costs for the staff and operating expenses. Our membership. This is how we define. An active member is someone who has currently met membership and the employer is taking contributions or remitting and matching them and sending them into the retirement system. An inactive member is someone who had contributed in the past. They have an existing account with us, but they're currently not paying into the retirement system. Then we have retired members. They are currently in retirement receiving a pension. Now, our laws stipulate that if you're drawing a pension, you cannot also be contributing to the retirement system at the same time. And then we also have benefits where we have some members who qualify after a 6-month waiting period could start receiving what's called long-term disability program. We'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. Now we also have a category we refer to as non-members. And these could be individuals with your agency that are employed by you, but they don't meet our definition of membership. And if they don't meet our definition of membership, they'd still be working for you, but you would not enroll them and contribute to the Arizona State Retirement System. But we refer to them as non-members. And then there's individuals who have elected in the past when they left to take their monies out, and that would be the refunding or forfeiture. This is a guide. It's also available on our website. It gives you a snapshot of the funded status of the retirement system. As of 2019, our market value was just over $41 billion. The fund status was at just over 72%. The rate of return was 6.6%. For a total, a 10-year rate of return was 10.4%. And since inception, which goes back to 1953, a 9.7%. Contribution rate for the 1920 contribution rate is 12.11. And for the 2021, it's going to be 12.22. And you can see all this other information on our website. This just gives you a snapshot